trading options was really to just be able to build capital and actually have a skill set to where I'm able to make capital anywhere I'm at, anytime, and be able to use that money to integrate other places. And so I can invest in my other dreams and other ideas and other streams of cash
What's
flow.
going on YouTube? It's your man, DeAndre.
Semaj Matthews.
We got Semaj here. We got myself, the Teflon. My son is here. Welcome to Sticks Convos. I appreciate y'all, the #1 cigar brand in the world. What did I say?
Better believe it. You better believe it.
Today is going to be a special episode for you guys. We have Semaj here, and he's a phenomenal person. We're going to do a smokeless episode today, just because of the fact that Semaj is not 21 yet. So today we're just going to do a smokeless, episode, and we're just going to, just going to get into it, man. So y'all can go ahead and carry on with y'all. They was talking about some good stuff with real estate. So y'all go ahead, man. I don't got a bone. I don't got a fight in this bones. So go.
Interrupt your wisdom, man. Go ahead and just
Hey,
go ahead.
That's really like the big plan with trading options was really to just be able to build capital and actually have a skill set to where I'm able to make capital anywhere I'm at, anytime, and be able to use that money to integrate other places. And so I can invest in my other dreams and other ideas and other streams of cash flow. And then also, I do want to get in real estate as well. Also, but I feel like my biggest thing right now is just really getting options down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like once I really learn how to do options, then I'll be able to have I'll have the time, but be able to really have the time to move around and explore and actually build something in other areas too.
Yeah. Question: have you ever thought about Forex?
Yeah, I just never started it, but yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of, yeah.
Depends on what he says. I have a plug. I have somebody that does Forex. He does it full time, and he supports his whole family off of it. So he's doing well off of Forex. So I'm gonna contact him to see. He loves teaching, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to assume anything. And if he says yes, I'll plug him in with you. We in the military together, so that's definitely too easy to ask him. So yeah, because he's doing really well, and especially like for me, if I had to go back to 18, a good mentor is something that I would change about everything. So having a good mentor in that realm is everything.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Yeah.
How long have you been trading options?
Okay, so I started trading options in like late March, but that late March is when I figured out I was options trading. But how that came about was I was like in 12th grade. Well, actually like in 11th grade, I started getting on my personal development and trying to just develop myself like mentally, physically, just trying to learn, listening to podcasts. Like, you ever heard of Lewis House?
Oh, no, not Lewis House. Yeah.
Or like Jim Rohn, stuff like that. Yeah. And just trying to learn. And then I started to learn about financial literacy from like Robert Kiyosaki, like Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I started reading books, and then I started watching videos on how to learn about the stock market, just learning stocks. And I was just learning stocks, understanding like the basic verbiage that they use when they're trading stock. Well, not trading stocks, but in the stock market, and just understanding how to find good stocks and stuff like that. And then just me digging deeper into that, I came across options, and little did I know, me learning how to do stocks, or when learning about stocks was already like a stepping stool for me to learn how to trade options, because I was kind of like familiar with it in a way. So from there, it's kind of integrated, and then I seen the possibilities and the abundance that options can bring once you really learn all the possibilities that you can build with options, and like the idea of if I learn how to do options good and be consistently profitable, I'm able to really build some capital at a good at a at a fast pace, but also consistently and at a I don't gotta work for nobody. That's really the big thing that was too. I don't have to work for nobody. I want to be able to work for myself and be able to build my stuff. Also, I mean, I don't mind working for somebody, but I don't want to. It's just I don't want to fall in that rabbit hole working for somebody my whole life.
Yeah.
So was my big that was my big thing, having time freedom and location freedom with trading options, also being able to build capital. So from there, now it's just been keeping. I just been sticking with it. Just kept on trying, kept on going. So that's my big goal right there.
And you being 18 years old in the game, man, I mean, like Bobby said just a moment ago, you know, we go back to our 18-year-old self, and we're like, you know, we would do like one of the key things that you mentioned, man, was that you're like, hey, let me just stick to this. Let me hone in on this, and then I'll go ahead and open up these other lanes of making income in the near future. But once I master this portion, at 18, I wasn't thinking that at all. You know, at 18, I was just trying to survive, right? And hey, that's where this is commendable. That's where you farther along than we were, you know. And so just stay on that path, man, because I'm gonna tell you, by the time, even probably before you get to our age, you know, 28, 30 and everything, by the time before you get there, you're gonna be where you want to be, as long as you stay consistent.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's real. Stay
You gonna do big on this real estate game.
I
can't wait to see you do big things.
Oh yeah, man. I'm going all in. I'm going all in. I'm going crazy. Once I get that license and everything, oh man, it's over with, man. Because you know, it's just like, for me, I've done quite a bit of things in my life, but you know, my whole situation is maintaining.
Yeah.
Right, being like, okay, not coming with the mindset of, okay, yeah, I'm talented in a lot of things and whatnot, and so let me go ahead and dabble in these things and so forth to you know, feed my ego of being talented, right? So it's like, no, the real test is you being consistent and seeing it, as you mentioned earlier, seeing it all the way through. I mean, putting that time in, like I talked about with the gentleman, Manny Coach Ben and Ben Mala and so forth. These gentlemen put in about 20 to 20 plus years into the game, you know, into their craft. So that's the mentality that I'm incorporating in my life moving forward, is that next 20 years, this is what I need to be doing, is honing in on this. You know, I'm one, the end goal is to create that massive wealth. You know, as I mentioned before, you know, we went live as that massive wealth, to be able to spin it back to our community. And so they can be able to, it's like the each one teach one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just keep on going, and just the duplication process. And that for me is my life's fulfillment, is that I can be able to put somebody else on and they move with it.
Yeah, that was like one of the big things about trading options for me too, was that once I'm able to learn how to do it, I'll be able to teach my family, so they have the skill set and they'll be able to get their time back and location freedom back, and be able to start building capital on their own and be able to. Well, so yeah, that was like just the idea of options, like all the opportunity that trading options whether it's in the market or in different markets. It's so abundant. A lot of ways you can really,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things, a lot of benefits to it once you actually get consistent with it. But in the beginning, it's a little rough. But that's why you got to get through it. Now you don't know that put to your labor. Like a good things come with time, never give up. So like that's really just what been keeping me going. Just knowing that if I keep going, I'll eventually get it.
And when you get there, man, teach me, because I looked into options at a point in time too, because I did a little bit of trading myself, but I didn't do options trading, to be exact. I had a couple of nice wins over time, but it was like more crypto wins, right? Excuse me. Actually, I did have a stock win in 2020, but like back in 2018, I had a nice crypto win, you know, and with Ethereum, because you know I was so focused on Ethereum and adamant about Ethereum. Like I'm like Ethereum, I believe in them, because Bitcoin, Bitcoin done passed us all up, right? But you know, Ethereum is the way to go, you know. But I could tell you smiling because you know I be like Ethereum is the way to go. I'm trying to tell y'all. So, you know, so I just went ahead and just started pouring. You know, what I just did was I took some, you know, I would just put like until I was because I didn't outright buy one Ethereum, right? So I just put little bits every week. Yeah, you know, like put like $25, $50 every week. And then it got to the point where I had ended up having one. And then I had like the nice little chunk of change. So I just bought another one. And then I bought three to a certain point. And then I just stopped from there.
What price was you?
I got in, it was like it was like it was like hitting 500. It was like 460 or something like that at the time. This was like early 2017.
Oh, so you
Early 2017. I was like, you know, it was kind of like a little transition. I was kind of slowing down on my travel ventures because I was in Germany at the time. And I was like, man, you know, I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit on the traveling. Let me go ahead and just, you know, put some money up in here. I had a little Acorn. I still have an Acorns account, but I was also putting money in Acorns as well in the little brokerage account they got. And so I was like, well, let me take some money out of that and put some in there. You know, I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend that, but you know, keep your brokerage account separate from all that. But yeah, I was really betting on myself.
That's good though. You did. Well, how did you come across Ethereum so early though? Or like, what made you believe? How did you come across?
Let me tell you who ushered that part. He's sitting right next to you. He's in between us right here. This man. Actually, I'll let him tell you the story about my coming into crypto period.
And did you get in on that too?
Yeah, I got in Ethereum and I got it in with Bitcoin when it first came up, like the big first climb. So, actually, a guy that we both knew, me and DeAndre knew, named Bro, he had let me know about Bitcoin when it was at like 90 coins. It was freaking crazy. And which I really didn't understand crypto. I understood the concept of digital coin, but I didn't believe that people believed in the coin, right? So I'm like, I downloaded a crypto app, and I just kept watching. I'm like, we'll keep a watch on this bad boy. So week after week, actually, I would say, yeah, week after week is doubling. So 90, 180 to like 300. So like it's just going up and up and up. and it got to 1,000, like maybe this is like, I think this is like October of like 20, I want to
16.
say 20, is it 2017 or something like that?
2016. It was at 1,000.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. 2016
Yeah.
October. So I'm like, it gets to up to 1,000 like at the end of the year. It hits 1,000 on January 1st. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have fucking got into it when it was 90 freaking cool. So this whole time, I'm like, once it hit, like this whole time, like I'm like a non-believer at this point, but like as it keep on increasing, my belief system is getting like stronger and stronger. So the whole time I'm telling DeAndre about this, I'm like, oh man, bro, you should check this crypto out. And this is like after, I would say not during like the whole rise up from 90 to 1,000. So like afterwards, after I invested my money and stuff into it, I was like, DeAndre, bro, this is it. Crypto is it. I'm over here giving them whole presentations. I'm over here like, we was over here in Germany, so this is over in Germany. So I'm like, I'm giving him a presentation. I'm telling him about crypto, telling him about Ethereum, telling him about BitConnect, telling him about cryptocurrency, day trading. I'm telling him about a whole like industry that's just being created out of like thin air almost. So he's like, nah, man, that's scams. I ain't doing it. I ain't going with it. Like, because the reason I think that his strife was like because we was doing a lot of businesses that was like sketchy, like pyramid scheme businesses, or well, I won't say pyramid scheme business, like multi-level marketing businesses and stuff like that that really didn't pan out for us, per se. So we got burnt a lot of times when it comes to those businesses. So when I introduced the crypto, he was like super hesitant. Like, I ain't trying to hear this. I ain't trying to, get into it. I was like, man, it's just like, it's just like fiat currency. It's like just like fiat currency, just like the dollar bill, but it's digital. No, and I'm explaining everything. So price starts going up. I was like, he gonna tap in one day. One day he taps in. He comes to me. He was like, bro, you hear about this, bro? You hear about Bitcoin going up to like 2,000? I think it was like 2,000 or 5,000 at that time. I think it was like middle of the year, like June, and it freaking went up to like 2,000 or whatever. And then after that, it started increasing I think it went up all the way up to about 9,000 by the time before it crashed. The first time it crashed, and the second time it went all the way up to like 20,000. But the first time, so he comes to me, he started talking to me about crypto and all this stuff, and then I kid you not, a month we didn't really talk for about a month or whatever, just because we were busy with work and stuff like that. He comes back to me teaching me about cryptocurrency, stuff that I didn't even know about. I'm like, bro, where are you getting this information from, bro? I'm in the trenches, bro. Where are you getting this information? So that's the story that we have as far as
That's when I got into Ethereum. It was at that point.
Yeah.
That was when I had got into it. It was at that point. What are you talking about? Yeah, man. I started understanding how it is economically sound and stuff, and how it was a viable investment. It's a viable investment.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it really does make sense. So
I think I know why. I think I know why you started paying attention to me. You know what that reason was?
Was it you? Were you sharing me your earnings on it?
Yeah, I made $1,000 in a day. Actually, it wasn't even a day. It was like a couple hours. That's how crazy it was getting.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you need to get in this, because it's gonna be I made $1,000 in a day. Next day I made like 700. Day after that, I'm making like 500. Like, I'm making like money, like, because of the rapid increase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Go ahead. I'm all in. So I started delving into it. Big time. I
You
started
became
getting
a believer after that.
I became a believer, man. I turned it into a cult. Well, I was like, you need to you need to be involved in it just like I am. You need to know as much as no, I'm playing, but I really got into it, man. I really did. And, ever since then, man, it's like, I've been thinking about how blockchain, I started studying a little bit of blockchain, and so I started seeing how that could be implemented in other aspects of like other industries,
Like,
it's real
bro,
estate, logistics, all that stuff.
so are you
So,
still investing in crypto?
yeah, I'm still invested. Yes, I'm still invested. Yeah. I haven't bought a Bitcoin yet, you know. Um, but I've had a few Ethereums in the time and stuff. So I pulled out. Actually, was interesting about me being so heavily in belief of Ethereum is I pulled out more times than I should have stayed in.
Yeah,
So I'm like, just stay in, and just let the ebb and flow work itself out. And then like at a real good point, then pull out. But I was just pulling out, just I'm gonna go ahead and pull out now and stuff like that. And then like, kind of like let it go by the wayside. 2 months later, it just hits this surge. In 2018, it hits this huge surge where I was like, whoa, wait, and it just started going. I'm like, wait, no, what are we doing here? So
That's tricky too when it comes to trading and stuff, is that seller's remorse, where you sell it at a good spot but it just surges after you sell it, and that's
yeah,
just a heartbreaking feeling
yeah,
to know and experience, because it's like, damn, could have made like fucking 200% extra on this one move. I just kept it in for a week. So
yeah. That's like, but that's when like FOMO kicks in, fear of missing out,
yeah.
and then you get back. By that
yeah,
time, you too late. So now you start losing because
You start hitting off, you start getting more losses and stuff. So I knew better. I was like, I'm not getting back in for a little bit. So I
I
was
know
cool. Man, I
I
was
know
cool.
one guy, he had told me, because I was telling him the same, issues that I was experiencing. And he was like, before you get into any stock or any crypto or whatever the case may be, understand what is your exit plan, right? So if you get into the stock or a crypto and your exit plan is 100% profit, then that's what that is, and you take that out, that's what that is. If it goes above, you know, you just missed that ride, you just missed that train, but you stuck to your plan, you stuck to your guns, and that was your strategy. So
yeah, that definitely is that is the make or break.
yeah.
If you don't, and you start going negative.
Man, literally, man.
I've been there too. I've been there. Emotional investing. It's
Yeah,
tough.
real thing. Definitely.
Man, I just like we say, man, learn from our mistakes, man. I had two bad breaks from it. Like I said, I may have had good come ups and whatnot, but as far as like those major come ups that you see a lot of people coming, like they're becoming multimillionaires off of it, or like a boy that came up from Dogecoin. Excuse me.
Oh, that was a nice look.
That was a nice lick. I mean, he only put 8 bands in. He put 8,000 in, and that thing went to the moon. And you don't hear from him because
Yeah.
that man's a billionaire from it. So I know he went. I know he went. He tried to go ghost, or at least, I think he did.
I came on that one. I came on that one by luck, man. I was just like, I was investing into like Ethereum and what was it? Ethereum, uh, Ethereum Classic. Um, was it Bitcoin Cash? And then the rest of it, I was just like throwing it into the Dogecoin. I was just like, okay, I only got like $2 left, so I just throw it into there. And I kept doing that. So I ended up having like $100 just invested into it. And then come find out I'm over there working. My cousin calls me and he was like, bro, are you invested in Dogecoin? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because it was something I really didn't know what it was. I'm just something I was just throwing money into it. So I was like, let me check my account. Yeah, I'm invested. I got like, I don't know, it was like 2,000 or 3,000 share or coins at that time that I had. So I was like, yeah, I'm invested. He was like, fuck, man. He's in West Virginia, right? So it was one of them states where you can't really invest in those type of things. It's like some type of cloud restriction or something. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I'm invested into it. Yeah, like, what's going on? I checked my account. This shit's like, just going up. It's going crazy. Because when I got it, it was below a cent. And then it started going 1 cent, 2 cents, 4 cents. It went all the way up to, 7 cents. And then it went all the way up to freaking like what I cashed out at like 30 cents. And I made like seven bands off that bad boy.
For real?
Lord.
I can't.
Yes, Lord.
Just off of $100 investment, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was one of those things. I'm like, I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna invest into it. So, but that's one of those. That's just a lucky moment. Like,
did you move smart with that money though?
Nah, I had brought a house. Around the time it was going crazy, and had to stick my money out. So I had brought a house, and I used the money to build a fence in my backyard. So it kind of worked out in my favor. I guess it is an investment because I got equity in the house. So I mean, I can see it in that way. But yeah.
That's big. Now we don't want to get too much into crypto talk, man. I want to get a little bit more info about your hustle with trading stocks or trading options. I'm sorry. So I know you asked me earlier about who were the people that I looked up to as far as with real estate, getting real estate information. Who are the people that you watch or you look up to in regards to trading options?
So I first started out with you ever heard of her name is Terry Ichiyama's Trade and Travel. But yeah, so the black lady, she teaching how to trade. So then I started learning from her. Then we were podcast, I was watching that. And I came across Aristotle investment.
Yeah.
And then the option snipers, there were like 3 black guys who were doing it. So I started doing that with them, just watching their videos. And then a girl named Kelly OG. And then Discord and was Martin Investment Group. Been learning a lot from there now. So now that's kind of like my main source. But at first it was just dibble and dabble and finding different people, just trying to gather information. But now, yeah.
Did you have to weed through all the YouTube traffic? Like a lot of us have to do to find this information, or was it pretty almost automatic for you? It wasn't a lot of searching.
Oh, no, what do you mean? Actually, what do you mean?
So when you finding out information, not all information is good information, or applicable information. So did you have to watch a series of YouTube videos in order to find these creators that you talked about that you now follow, faithfully?
No, not really. I think, no, I feel like a lot of the information was actually viable.
Mm-hmm.
It was, kind of like the basics, support and resistance, trends, like different patterns, or just understanding like the Greeks, or understanding like what an option contract is, just like really understanding the basics of it. So it wasn't really It was, excuse me, but it wasn't really that much of a hard time to find good information. But I feel like once you want to start getting into like more advanced information, it starts to kind of get a little bit more. You gotta find what suits you better. But one thing I can say is it's way different once you start doing it though, because you can learn for like know it all from all the videos you watch. Once you actually start doing it, it's a little curve. So you gotta just keep following through, but you will have some knowledge behind it. But now it's more like time in. Now it's real more. Now it's really time in. So now it's more of a different experience.
Yeah.
But like from paper trading, like just starting out on paper trading and just using that, it seemed like it's going to get real money in. Then now it's like it's more real. It's like it seemed like now you really got to be serious about it. Even when paper trading, you're supposed to be serious about it too. But like when you start live trading, it seems like it's like okay. But the more you keep doing it, the more you keep learning, the more you stay consistent, reevaluate, or just keep finding things that work for you, and like actually build a trading plan, like how he was saying. I told him have a profit percentage that you want to actually make and get out with it, and don't be greedy, because once you start being greedy, that's when it all goes bad on you. Also understand it where your account is, risk management, just you learn all that stuff as you keep researching, and you guys make sure you really apply it. Because the biggest thing I can say though is just not letting yourself kind of like three things is actually having a percentage amount that you lose. So if you're down that much, you get out, or a dollar amount. Because stop loss. Because it's simple for you to just hold on, hoping that's gonna go your way, and next you know you're down 80%, 50%, when you could have stopped out at 20, 10%, and just got back in later. Also, just not having an actual trading plan, that is really important as well, and not having FOMO, just really like not trying to catch everything just because you see it going, but instead wait until your strategy is confirmed so you can get in, and not just forcing trades.
I got one thing for you. I know back in like earlier in the conversation, you was talking about you're not against you want to work for yourself, but if it comes to a point where you have to do that for a short period of time, just so you can get back on the right course, that you're open to do that. One thing that I wish I would have did was get into work for somebody that's in the same field that I was interested in. So for you, since you're in stocks and things of that nature, you might want to look into getting your Series 63, which is based on trading stocks and stuff like that, and then working for a company in Houston. You're in Houston right now, right?
Yeah, like I'm exactly in Houston, but
okay. Well, I mean, you're young. You can scour the whole United States, but work for a company that does that for a living. Like they do that every single day. That way, you're still in the industry, and you can get a mentor within that organization, and you'll be able to ask questions and stuff like that, like easily, so that you can start gaining your skills more and more and more polished. By the time you hit our age, you're doing that by yourself. You don't even have to work for nobody. You wake up, you work from home, you work out of Cabo, you work out of whatever. You can work whatever in trade. But in that first couple years, that first 10 years or whatever, just really get that experience. So and stay in that industry. I know it's going to be difficult. It's going to be times where it's going to be hard as hell, but stay in that industry.
So you said a Series 63?
Yeah, it's like a Series 63 where it's like a Series 63. It's like you have Series 6, Series 7, Series 63, and Series 65. It all has to do with like wealth management and financial planning and stuff like that. But Series 63 is particularly for stocks, trading, and things like that. So you take over somebody's portfolio, and you'll help them trade, put money in different things and stuff like that. So with that, you can still be polishing your skills within the stock market, doing options, doing forex, whatever you want to do, whatever. This is a whole industry. So yeah, you can just polish your skills while making money at the same time.
Definitely, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep in mind.
Yeah.
Do you like how to get that? And is it like do you know kind of the steps towards getting the Series 63?
I have somebody that I know that has it, and I can ask them. Actually, I work with him. He's not in that industry, but I work with him at my day job. So I can ask him and see what the steps are. And I would think it would be nothing but doing a course, like a prep course, and then taking your tests, and then going from there. So yeah. I'll send you that information though.
Definitely. So what about you?
Yeah. Well, what about me? What's up? What about me?
I was talking to
Me, Bobby. As far as like business and stuff like that.
or where's your plan, business, and just the podcast in general? How big you want to grow your ideas on, or your vision for it?
All right, so I'll give you a vision for the podcast, and then I'll give you another vision. So the vision for the podcast, we want to be the #1 cigar brand in the world. So like we want to have Coachella level cigar events. What's it called? What's it called? The Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock Cafe, yeah.
The Hard Rock Cafe, cigar lounges all over the world, connecting with different cigar lounges. So that's how big we want to, establish our footprint within the cigar realm, as well as we talking today, being another pillar, because there's a whole bunch of pillars of people who are doing this already as far as entrepreneurship. One of the biggest pillars right now is like EYO. So obviously, but I want to be another pillar when it comes to entrepreneurial information, education, literacy, financial literacy. And really, I think one thing that I haven't really seen in the industry now, and we talked about it briefly, Semaj, you have stated like, the application, the actual work itself is there's a disconnect, right? So learning the terms and everything, but actually put it into action, there's a huge disconnect. So we want to bridge that gap. So when we're teaching and learning and things like that, we really want to give real life scenarios and situations that will actually help people do the actual work. So that's our goal, and we love smoking cigars. So that's basically, that's what we do, smoke cigars. We talk about some good shit and go with that. On the other side of the coin, like I told you at InvestFest, I deal with all things Amazon. So from going to China and getting this developed, I got this developed in China, or connected with the manufacturer in China and things like that, and they actually built this, ship it over and everything. So like do everything, all things Amazon. Right now I'm selling a cigar ashtray. I want to get as big. I want the revenue for the Amazon sector of my business to reach over $1 million in gross. That's the first step, like $1 million in gross. But that's there's a whole bunch of other steps to get there. I have to get to 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, stuff like that. So those are the the stepping stones. However, the big umbrella where I want to get to is $1 million gross revenue, right? So from there, what I'm doing is my strategy right now is selling the cigar ashtray, obviously the cigar brand. So that encompasses each other. And then as well as to create a line of products. I'm going to create, ebooks and things of that nature, put them on, reach out to other people, put them on Amazon. And then we have our own entry-level cigar ebook, put that on there, and then put some other medium content like coloring books, stuff like that. All this stuff is free, right, to create. But it still holds revenue within the Amazon platform. So I don't have to wait. I don't have to contact China. I don't have to wait until, what is it, now, 9 o'clock, and wait for them to get into their office over there, which is like a 13-hour time difference, and start communicating with them. And then, dealing with the language barrier and stuff like that. But I can use the medium content, put them on Amazon. Amazon will actually print it out. They'll ship it to the customer. I gain a percentage, right? And then I will work I'm going to be working my revenue back up, because actually I messed up with this bad boy, because you can't advertise on Amazon with anything smoke related, right? And that's one of the biggest issues that I messed up on, right? So that's why, hey, shout out to Okupashian, my other company. If you want to get a cigar ashtray, this bad boy, 100% cement, 5 orders of 2 pounds, gold mirror, go get it, baby. But that's my little promotion thing. But so yeah, so I messed up in that room. I didn't read the full policy of Amazon, because I thought I misinterpreted the policy. I thought it was just like lighters or like e-cigarettes, stuff like that. I didn't think it affected ashtrays as well. So when I went to actually advertise it, I wasn't able to advertise it. So now I'm working different avenues of advertising the ashtray, as well as then, utilizing things that are free, which is like creating ebooks, creating like coloring books, journals, planners, creating all that, put it on Amazon and sell it, gain my revenue, and then go back into the actual Amazon market and create another product. So I have like a list of like 100 products that's like ready to go. Like I can just go reach out to a manufacturer, boom, this is what I want. Let's get it, let's get it created and send it over. So yeah.
So you said that your goal is $1 million to make $1 million revenue with the ashers. So
with Amazon.
With Amazon there.
Amazon platform.
Yearly basis, or is it just like you just want to hit $1 million first?
Say that first part again.
Yearly basis, or just you want to hit $1 million?
Just to hit the $1 million first, and then from there, I want to start. Basically, I would definitely want to hit $1 million within a year and things of that nature.
Like, how you kind of broke down the math of it, whether how much you're selling it for, how many products you need to make to reach $1 million, or whether.
Yeah. So basically, so this is the math for one product, right? One ashtray. So it works in thirds. So 1/3 goes to the Amazon fulfillment center, right? For packaging up and things of that nature. So that right there is, so I sell my product for $40. So 1/3 goes to packaging and shipping it out. So that's $11. The other third is the manufacturer cost of shipping, getting it shipped over. That's $14, right? So from there, we're looking at $24, subtracted by 40, which is was it? You said 16? Yeah. So it says $16. So from there, I would literally have to sell like over 100,000 units of that particular product. Now, how would I be able to do it? I'm just going to take time breaking it down for them, literally using keywords and things of that nature to essentially get my product out there. You making sure the title and stuff is good, things of that nature, and promoting it on platforms like this, other podcast platforms and things of that nature.
So do you know about do you advertise like cool? Well, I know they advertise on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, stuff like that. And I will like, so I have been looking into like e-commerce too. Like other people I've been like watching stuff and just learning from them. They talk about like advertising and really on TikTok. TikTok is a big market for products like that. And that thing called spark plugs or something like that. I don't know too much, but like for you to kind of dive into yourself. But so basically like spark plugs give you additional advertisement, like additional, well, the way he was saying it was like 40% more additional advertisement and views and revenue generated.
It's called Spark Plug.
Yeah, spark plugs. And it's basically just like advertisement on top of the video you already, but he's like, the way he broke it down was like, make your video advertise, let it kind of get some momentum. And then from there, or like whether you post a couple of videos and everyone gets the most views, most engagement, then go from there and then put Spark ad on it.
Yeah.
A Spark ad and then go, and it should boost your views and stuff and your interactions.
So yeah, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna look into that. I appreciate that that word of wisdom. Because I've been looking into the YouTube, or not YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. I've been looking into Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I know TikTok has like a really strict tobacco use policy. However, I don't know if like I gotta read it more in depth, because I don't know if it is related to cigars as it is on Amazon. So I'm gonna have to really I'm in the future I'm really dive deeper into the social media realms about the ashtrays. If not, then I'm gonna do it like on the podcast here, and really just do word of mouth, get into the cigar circles, cigar lounges, and clubs and stuff like that.
So do you I got an idea that you could use kind of networking side, or if you're not already doing this, networking side, like go to what's that cigar lounges and just kind of chop it up with people, see if they fit the right kind of characteristics of how people you want on your podcast, and then go from and then kind of just talk with them, get them on the podcast, promote your brand, maybe give them a free one, see if they like it, so they can their friends, or make it an affiliate. He's a cigar smoker, so he probably knows a lot of smokers. Give him an affiliate link or something like that, and then go from there so he can keep pushing your product for you too as well. And also you can be able to have like an additional person on the side who's giving the exposure as well.
So we thinking in the same line, because Nick Strickland, I gave Nick Strickland a ashtray for being on the podcast and stuff like that. He smoked that earthly blessing. He don't smoke cigars, but he smokes that earthly blessing. So and then I appreciate that wisdom though. Going to cigar lounges and stuff like that, and promoting the product and going that route. I didn't think about the promotion, like the affiliate marketing part, like somebody becoming a brand ambassador for the ashtray. But yeah, appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Cool. And then like another idea he had, the person I was watching, it was like kind of getting like doing like affiliate, but with like any creators, maybe not people that's actually type of following. And also, I'm sorry about that. Some people that have, and then go from there, and then kind of just like maybe either give them an affiliate link or like kind of give them a little bit of money up front or something, and then so they can promote it in a way, or something like that. But
It's definitely.
Yeah, we do actually plan on having an army of people that'll, reach out to others that will have an affiliate link for um, I'd say to for our Patreon mainly, get people involved in that community in the online cigar community space. And then for YouTube, we're gonna make that known on YouTube as well. So yeah, have both of those affiliate links working for us. So yeah, that's a part of the movement. Yeah, that's a part of the movement.
It's definitely. Yeah. Good old Amazon. We got stocks. We got real estate. So let's what did you get from InvestFest? Like
InvestFest, I feel like the biggest thing I got was just networking.
networking, yeah.
It was so amazing. Like the opportunity to network, maybe being around the people too, like being around a lot of people that's really making money doing it, especially all those Black people.
Yeah.
Makes it that too. Really just networking and really like learning how to actually it gives you an idea of realizing where it is to actually have some confidence in yourself or whatever you're doing and have good communication skills and actually learn how to like have some kind of courage to actually talk to people, maybe give them a compliment and build a conversation from there. But yeah, just and networking. I feel like networking was the biggest thing. It was like the power of networking, power of proximity. Like Neil Davis he always says, get in the rooms.
Yeah.
And that's true. It
Yeah.
makes it, I feel like that was big. Also just also really just and also the importance of actually having a business, especially in stuff like that. Because people were looking to either buy or people were looking to be invested in somehow or was interested. So the importance of actually having a business. Because like me, I don't have a business yet, but just like talking to people, you got a business, everybody's like, yeah, business here, this, that. And I'm the only one that done got it. Oh, you got a business? I'm like, no, I don't got a business right now. But just realize I need to actually start getting it going.
You got a business though.
Well, I feel like,
You in stocks, right?
yeah.
That's your business.
Yeah, I feel like.
He talking about legitimizing it, like as far as putting it, so it's for tax purposes.
The legal entity.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, whether I got something to actually sell, like offer. Not,
I see.
or yeah, promote in a way. So that was really my big thing on that one.
I was watching this podcast on David Shands and the what's it called, Social Proof podcast, and he was in a mastermind with billionaires with what's his name? Yeah, Greg Cardone. Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah. You talking about when he was sitting with Neo and Donnie?
Yeah. Yeah, so he was in the mastermind with them, and they over there making 90, 100 mil, 200 mil, 700 mil. And he was just like the smallest. He was on the smallest level. So I say that to say I feel like you shouldn't worry about if you have a business or not. You're in those rooms for a particular reason to learn and things of that nature. And what you did that, man. You went there 18 years old, like went to one of the best conferences in the world, I would say, when it comes to like financial literacy, like because they just kept it real. They didn't keep it like textbook. They didn't like sugarcoat nothing. Like they actually, told it how it is. So Yeah, man. You went there to network, and now like this right here, this guy right here, DeAndre, this man is the networking king. I hate walking with this man because he knows everybody. Like we can't even have a good 5-minute walk. Hey man, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? Like, he just chopping it up with everybody in the freaking cigar lounge, man. So networking is everything, because when you get started, then you have a network of people. So when you create your business, like, hey, this is what I got. This is what I got to offer. You might network with people who I don't know what you have done in InvestFest, but you probably network with some millionaires.
Yeah.
And okay, hey, this is what I got going on. Hey, can you support me? Boom. Like, you don't have to buy, but can you send it to your network, per chance or whatever, and we do like a 50-50 split on sales, like, so that grand opening is everything. So
Yeah. So what was your main thing you got from InvestFest?
for me, it was being authentic to myself, being authentic and knowing my strengths, and working in those strengths only. All right. So it was ET that really gave that message, that really drove it in for me. Is just being authentic and really just going out there and get it, man. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. Like, I used to think I was an introvert. And I sat down, I was like, am I really an introvert? Or do I just don't like to have small talk? Do I really just want to have, insightful information or insightful conversations with people, and just don't want to go through the whole, oh, how you doing? Oh, my day was good. Oh, how's the weather over there in Toronto? Like, I don't want to go through that. Like, I can care less what the weather is in Toronto until I actually get there in Toronto, right? So, I didn't want to so I had to reevaluate myself and who I was, and say, like, okay, I'm not really an introvert. I just don't like small talk. So that was really a transitional piece for me. And just really getting out there and just talking to people, networking.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, man.
I wish I could have gone to InvestFest with y'all, but we're gonna have to reserve that for next year.
Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, we all be there, man.
Yeah.
I wonder what next year though. They might.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
You said you wonder where they're gonna have it?
Yeah.
It might be in Africa again.
Second time going, right? It was in Houston the first time, right?
I don't know. I know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the first one was.
Oh.
But no, I don't know what the first one was. But I did go to that. I did go to the Market Mondays though. Out here. Went to that. That was pretty dope.
Nice.
That's what's up. You got to meet Ian. You got to talk to Ian Dunlap.
Well, at InvestFest, I got to see him, talk to him, because I'm part of Red Panda. So
okay, cool.
Stage and stuff with him. So I got to do that and talk to him, whatever, take a picture. But in Houston, no, I didn't talk to him. No. Okay. They would be out in the crowd. They was more just on the stage talking, presenting.
Yeah. What do you think about the Red Panda Academy?
It's dope. It's dope. He got some good information in there, and he gives you could say that he gives you a lot of gems. Not the normal everyday like what you was or Alpha Seek or CNBC News, but like the more like heavy hitters of economics, the things you really need to be watching that actually sway and pull the market and the economy in a big way. So it kind of keeps you up to date, kind of understand what he's thinking to look for kind of beforehand. Okay. So it's more like those, either you pay attention, you kind of apply, or you just kind of miss it. Just so, but he has good information.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I think Market Mondays is a good segment. I don't watch it as faithfully as I used to, but I definitely like from time to time get on a Market Monday segment.
Yeah. Have you tapped into Choppin Tuesdays?
Say what?
Choppin Tuesdays.
No, I haven't got into with Wall Street.
Yeah, but his is good too though. His was like, you know how like on EYL they talk a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
He do too, but I feel like he dives more into like the stock realm a little bit more like, thoroughly in the way of like the other, just like other things, like different, a lot of different avenues of it. But his podcast is very good too. They're both very good, but I like his as well.
Yeah.
Just a lot of information.
Yeah, I like Wall Street Trapper too. He comes with that authenticity, in his movements and what he, how he came up to where he's at now. And then I even like when 19 Keys blessed them a little bit with some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I like it when 19 Keys get on there. They got him on there from time to time. So he's basically a part of their network. I think it's it's like
high level conversation.
Yeah. High level, the high level conversation. He's part of that network. So I think that's dope that they gave him his segment with the conversation.
That whole segment is just
Phenomenal.
Yeah. He goes in. He definitely goes in. And I think that's, man, for you to see that too, as far as we're talking about mindset, that is imperative that you follow what he talks about and get involved with what he talks about and apply what he says, because I know in your generation, there's a lot of there's a lot of new age thinking and everything like that. And there's nothing wrong with progressivism to a certain extent, but there, like, one of the things that he talks about is the attack on masculinity, right? And so it's imperative that you get involved in that and you grow with his message, and you'll start to see it more and more and stuff like that. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's definitely something I know you benefit from.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I see it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's on you, man. It's on you. Bobby, what you got for us?
Man, we're probably have to close it out, man. And this is coming to a natural close. So I appreciate you being on the podcast. And even, sharing some jewels to us, man. Like, it's definitely a blessing, bro. You got your head on straight, bro. You like light years compared to where we was at 18. So keep doing it, man. Keep grinding, be consistent, be disciplined, and it's gonna come to you, bro. Yeah, definitely. So on Sticks and Convos, we got this thing called, we got two things, right? DeAndre, no, never mind. I didn't tell you. But we got two questions for you, right? So even though this is a tobacco-less episode, we like to ask this question called, we like to ask this question, what does smoke don't choke mean to you?
Smoke don't choke. I feel like smoke don't choke means to me. Well, because think about it though.
It don't have to be around smoking. It could be around.
I feel like smoke don't choke means to me is Really just, I feel like, okay, I can say it like this: smoke, don't choke. Like, so as in the smoke part, like, just don't fall in the rim with trying to be at every other pace, and actually go at your own pace and actually do the things that's comfortable. Well, not comfortable to you, but progressing your pace, and not trying to be like everybody else and trying to look at everybody else. Because when you do that, that's when you choke. You try to be like everybody else, then you start to, it's too much for you. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's not your real speed. That's not how you move. So really, it's just more about being, like you said, authentic to yourself, moving in your own pace, moving how you would, moving at your rate, the rate that is going to be progressive and actually have some longevity for you, and not try to be like everybody else. And you don't have to worry about that. You won't have to worry about getting stuck, feeling like it's too much, not being able to handle it, because from the beginning it was never for you to be trying to move the same way the other person was moving, but instead move your own way.
Dope. Hey man, that's profound, bro. Dope. Yeah, Rick Ross said it best. I don't want to move fast. I want to move correctly. I don't want to waste time. Right. So yeah, man. That's dope, man. Yeah, it's good. I'm just soaking it in right now. It was dope.
You soaking it in.
I was just thinking about it when he was making it. He was doing the explanation. I was thinking about like smoking a cigar and then exhaling, and how the smoke just, it has its own speed, right? It just goes out, it expands, and it goes out to all the the corners of the room, and it's just it takes its time getting there. It doesn't rush to get there. So I like that explanation, bro.
This man trying to be this man Mike Tyson profound, huh?
Oh man, he cold blooded, man. He cold blooded, bro.
Yo, oh man, it was funny. I don't want to hold our segment too long, but I saw an episode where he was talking with Russ on his hot boxing with Mike Tyson, and he said some stuff. I was like, what is this man saying? Because he smokes, like that earthly good, that earthly pleasure, that earthly
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He smokes it. He smokes it like pretty much throughout his segments, right? And we just getting there, me and my lady just sitting there listening to him, and he's saying some stuff like,
"Death is dying, and dying is death. Once you die, we begin living again."
Yeah.
That's just me taking my psychedelics and my experience in life.
Yeah.
what did this man just say? I was like, man, I don't know. He just, whatever he's smoking, I don't want it.
I want an explanation, bro. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know, man.
Context of it, but that's
You know what? I'm gonna send y'all the podcast episode so y'all can watch it for yourselves. Y'all gonna have a good laugh from it, I promise.
Hey man, hey, I don't want this episode to air. Mike Tyson come out looking for us. I don't have no. Like, I don't
be like in the back of the plane.
Man, look.
I ain't trying to come on.
Nah, he ain't gonna be on that. He ain't gonna be on that. He ain't gonna be on that, man.
Be in the store somewhere. He come behind me and like, what are you talking about, man?
I heard you talking about my dying is death quote.
Are you talking about me? You talking about me? Okay. I'm just sitting there in the store like, oh my gosh, fuck this shit.
You gonna throw an uppercut right as he mid talk, mid sentence, throw an uppercut.
I'm gone. My best to run away because that motherfucker probably quick too.
Yeah, I promise. Well, on that note, man,
we got one more question.
One more question.
DeAndre. What cigars the next guest? What cigar do you recommend for the next guest to have?
I've grown a great passion and definitely a great palate for the Judge, which is which is my father, the Judge series, right? So my father, the Judge, is a Nicaraguan cigar. It's like cinnamon flavor type of cigar. It's full body. You got light body to medium to full, and all that means is just your palate, is how it interacts with your palate. So if it hits your palate, if you gotta like kind of smoke it a little hard and whatnot to get that taste, to feel that oak taste or the nut taste, whatever that cigar comes with, that constitutes it as a full body. Look, I already know you about to look, man. Come on, man. Don't be get your mind out the gutter.
You gotta say pause or something, man. Like no almost.
Now we talking about cigars. What else am I gonna use?
You could say nutty. You said nut. Like come on, man. Like you could strong too. Like real strong.
Hey, I'm trying to be like Mike Tyson.
Like you knew what you was doing when you said that word.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson. Okay. Profound. All right, well, nutty taste. That's still off. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know what's low. Pause, all that. Anyway, but yeah, man, it's a great cigar. It's one cigar of the year, number one cigar of the year, twice. So it's definitely something I would recommend to anybody.
Well, we have it, folks. Sticks and Convos, Semaj, DeAndre, we are here talking it up. I appreciate y'all being on. Appreciate you, man, for being on for real. Like, it's definitely us to have you on here and speaking wisdom, into our audience and things of that nature. Giving people inspiration, giving people positivity, high energy, things of that nature. So I appreciate being on the podcast, man, definitely. And we would love to see how you grow and blossom throughout the years. Definitely gonna keep in touch. I know, DeAndre, your mom lives an hour away from Houston?
Oh no, she at least about 4 hours, I'd say, because she's in Gladewater.
I don't know why I thought it was like an hour away.
No, she's not. Say it again.
It was like by Dallas or something.
Yeah, Gladewater. Well, Gladewater is actually a little bit away from Dallas too. It's about 2.5 hours. She was saying it takes about. It's east. It's near. It's near. What's that? Shreveport, Louisiana. It's closer to there. It's closer to that location. So she's up there. She's northeast.
I see. Well, I misspoke. Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right. Appreciate the opportunity.